Good day, ma'am. I am Zaire Monique Diragrag, and for today, I am going to discuss about new product pricing strategies. In the previous chapter, you learned that pricing is an important marketing mix tool for both creating and capturing customer value. You explored the three main pricing strategies, which are the customer value-based, cost-based, and competition-based pricing, and the mainly internal and external factors that affects a firm's pricing decision. In this chapter, we'll look at some additional pricing considerations, new product pricing, product mix pricing, price adjustments, and initiating and reacting to price changes. We close the chapter with a discussion of public policy and pricing. So here's our objective outline. So what is pricing strategies? Price is a value that is put to a product or service, and it's the result of complex set of calculations, research, and understanding and risk-taking ability. A pricing strategy takes into account segments, ability to pay, market conditions, competitor actions, trade margins, and input cost, among others. It is targeted at the defined customers and against competitors. Why pricing is important? Pricing is important since it defines the value that your product are worth for you to make and for your customers to use. It is a tangible price point to let customers know whether it is worth their time and investment. Pricing is simply the exchange rate you put on all the tangible and intangible aspects of your business, perceived value for cash. Pricing strategies tend to change as a product goes through its product's life cycle. One stage is particularly challenging, the introductory stage. This is called the new product pricing. When companies bring out a new product, they face the challenge of setting prices for the very first time. Two new product pricing strategies are available. These are the price skimming and the market penetration pricing. Let's learn more about these two new product pricing. The first new product pricing strategies is called price skimming. It is also referred to as a market skimming pricing. Price skimming or market skimming calls for setting a high price for a new product to skim maximum revenues layer by layer from those segments willing to pay the high price. This means the company lowers the price stepwise to skim maximum profit from each segment. As a result of this new product pricing strategy, the company makes fewer, more profitable sales. Many companies inventing new product set high initial prices in order to skim revenues layer by layer from the market. An example for this company using the new product pricing strategy is Apple. We all know that Apple is a huge or a famous technology brand here in the Philippines, not only in the Philippines but also in the whole world because of its very nice technology. When iPhone introduced the first iPhone, its initial price was rather high for a phone. The phones were consequently only purchased by customers who really wanted the new gadget and could afford to pay a high price for it. After these segments had been skimmed for 6 months, Apple dropped the price considerably to attract new buyers. Within a year, prices were dropped again. This way, the company schemed of maximum amount of revenue from the various segments of the market. However, this new product pricing strategy does not work in all cases. Price skimming makes sense only under certain conditions. The product quality and image must support high initial price and enough buyer must want the product at that price. Also, the cost of producing smaller must not be so high that they overshadow the advantage of charging more. And finally, competitor should not be in sight if they were able to enter the market easily and undercut the high price. Price skimming does not work. Market penetration pricing refers to setting a low price for a new product to penetrate the market quickly and deeply. Thereby, a large number of buyers and a large market share are won. But at the expense of profitability, the high sales volumes leads to falling costs, which allows companies to cut their prices even further. Market penetration pricing is also applied by many companies. An example is the giant Swedish furniture retailer IKEA. By introducing products at very low prices, a large number of buyers is attracted, making IKEA the biggest furniture retailer worldwide. Although the low prices make each sales less profitable, the high volume results in lower costs and allows IKEA to maintain a healthy profit margin. In order for the new product pricing strategy to work, several conditions must be met. The market must be highly price sensitive so that a low price generates more market growth and attract a large number of buyers. Also, productions and distribution costs must decrease our sales must volume increases. In other words, economies of scales must be possible. And finally, the low price must ensure the competition is kept out of market, and the company using penetration pricing must maintain its low price position. Otherwise, the price advantage will only be a temporary nature.
Product mix pricing strategies. The strategy for setting a product price obtained has to change when the product is part of the product mix. In this case, the firm looks for a set of prices that maximize its profits of the total product mix. Pricing is difficult because the buyer's products have related demand and cost and face different degrees of competition. And there are five situation and product mix pricing strategies. First, product line pricing. Companies usually develop product lines rather than single products. And also, product line pricing refers to the practice of reviewing and setting prices for multiple products that a company offers in coordination with one another. For example, Starbucks may have product lines such as coffee, tea, and snacks. At a Nike store, product lines may consist of basketball, soccer, and golf. Second, optional product pricing. Many companies ask optional product pricing, offering to sell optional or accessory product along with the main product. Examples: a car buyer may choose to order a global positioning system (GPS) and Bluetooth wireless communication. Refrigerators come with optional ice maker, and when you order a new PC, you can select from the bewildering array of processors, hard drives, docking system, software options, and service plans. Pricing this option is a sticky problem. Companies must decide which items to include in the base price and which to offer as option. Third, captive product pricing. Companies that make products that must be used along with the main product are using captive product pricing. For example, copy makers, video games, premium software, smartphones, and razors. Fourth, by product pricing. Reducing products and services obtained generate by products. If the byproduct have no value and if getting rid of them is costly, this will affect pricing of the main product. Using byproduct pricing, the companies seek a market for these byproducts to help offset the cost of disposing of them and help make the price of the main product more competitive. It is produced during the production process of the main product. There aren't any different raw materials or processes used for the same. To sell it in market, some processing may be done on it if required. Thus, it is manufactured and sold at almost no cost. And lastly, product bundle pricing. Using a product bundle pricing, sellers obtain combine several products and offer the bundle at a reduced price. For example, fast food restaurant bundle of burger, fries, and a soft drink at a combo. Second example, Bath and Body Works offer 3 for deals on its soaps and lotions, such as 3 antibacterial soap for $10. Price bundling can promote the sales of products consumers might not otherwise buy, but the combined price must be low enough to get them to buy the bundle.
Most companies usually adjust their basic prices to account for various customer differences and changing situation. So there are 7 price adjustment strategies that will help the company adjust their prices. First is discount and allowance pricing. This can take many forms. So the first form of discounts include a cash discount. A price or discount to buyers who pay their bills on time. For example, is 210 net 30, which means that although payment is due within 30 days, the buyer can deduct 2% if the bill is paid within 10 days. Second is a quantity discount. So a quantity discount is offered to wholesalers and retailers in which progressively lower prices are palatable for larger orders. Trade discount is another discount that referred to as a discount given by the seller to the buyer at the time of purchase of goods. This discount is usually allowed by the sellers to attract more customers and receive the order in bulk to increase sales. Another is seasonal discount. So seasonal discount is a discount is offering of a product or service at a price lesser than the original price. For example, is a clothing retailer may offer discount on ski wear during the summer when fewer people typically make such purchases. So, allowance are another type of reduction from the list price. For example, is trade allowances. This is the most common in automobile industry but are also given for other durable goods, and promotional allowances are payments or price discounts to reward dealers for participating in advertising and for sales support programs. So promotional allowances example is a buy one get one free sale promotion. This promotional deal offers a free product if a customer buys one item. Second price strategy is segmented pricing. So, segmented pricing is used when a company sells a product at 2 or more prices even though the differences is not based on differences in cost. Segmented pricing takes several forms. So first is customer segment pricing. So customer segment pricing or price segmentation is a pricing strategy where you charge different prices to different types of customers based on their ability and willingness to pay. Example is museums and movie theaters may charge a lowered admission for students and senior citizens. Next is product form pricing. Product form pricing is different prices charge for different variants of the same product. For example, is the price of the same type of a car may vary because of different color and add-on features. So next is location-based pricing. Location-based pricing, a company charges different prices for different locations even though the cost of offering each location is the same. With these prices are set differently with this pricing method depending on the location of the purchaser. Example, state universities charge higher tuition for out-of-state students, and theaters may vary seats prices because of audience preference for certain location. Another one is time-based pricing. Is a firm varies its price by the seasons, the month, the day, and even the hour. Example is parking meters. For instance, they can charge more during peak hours to encourage customer traffic. However, parking meters can charge less during weekends and after hours. Time-based pricing refers to a pricing strategy linking prices to particular time. In contrast to value-based pricing, this practice is directed toward determining the price of a service based on the period used by a client. So, for segmented pricing to be an effective strategy, certain conditions must exist. The market must be segmentable and segments must show different degrees of demands. Most importantly, segmented prices should reflect real difference in customers' perceived value. Consumer in higher prices, there must feel that they're getting their extra money's worth for the higher prices said. So third strategy is psychological pricing. So psychological pricing is the price says something about the product. For example, is a $10 bottle of perfume may contain only $3 worth of scent. But some people are willing to pay the higher value because the price indicates to something special. So sometimes people can judge the quality of a product through prices. Price becomes an important quality signal. So we simply assume that the higher price product have the better quality. So another aspect of psychological pricing is reference pricing. Is prices that buyer carry in their minds and refer to when looking at a given product. Reference pricing refers to the product that individual will decide what is justifiable prices to pay for a product or service by comparing it to other reference prices. For example, is a company might offer more expensive models that don't sell very well to make their less expensive but still high-priced models look more affordable by comparison. So the next strategy is promotional pricing. Here in promotional pricing, companies will temporarily price their product below list price and sometimes even below cost to create buying excitement and urgency. Promotional pricing takes several forms. So a seller may simply offer discounts from normal prices to increase sales and reduce inventories. Seller also use special event pricing. So special event pricing is a pricing strategy in which companies give discount on their products during special public occasion like back-to-school sales or Christmas sales. Manufacturers sometimes offer cash rebates to consumers who buy the product from dealers within a specified time. the manufacturer send the rebate directly to the customer. For example, is a new car dealer might announce that everyone who purchases a certain vehicle in the current month at a regular price of 25,000 will receive a cash rebate of 2,000. Rebates are popular with automakers and producers of cell phones and small appliances. Some manufacturers offer low-interest financing, longer warranties, or free maintenance. This practice has become another favorite of the auto industry. Promotional pricing have adverse effect used too frequently and copied by competitors. Price promotion can create deal-prone customers who wait until brands go on sale before buying them. Marketers sometimes become addicted to this. They use price promotion as a quick fix. But companies must be controlled to balance short-term sales incentives against long-term brand building. Pricing strategy can be risky business too. Companies should be very wary of risking their brands perceived quality by resorting too deep in frequent price cost. Promotional pricing can be an effective means of generating sales for some companies, but it can be damaging for other companies. So the next strategy is geographical pricing. Geographical pricing is a method of pricing goods or services differently based on where the customer is located. The new pricing frequently takes into account market competition, local takes, cost of shipping, and customer willingness to pay. There are 5 types of geographical pricing. First is FOB origin pricing. Is that the goods are placed a carrier. At that point, the title and responsibility pass to the customers who pays the freight from factory to the destination. Second is uniform delivered. So pricing here, the company charges the same price plus delivery shipped to all customers regardless of their location. The delivery charge is set at the average delivery cost. So, the third is zone pricing. Falls between FOB and uniform delivered. Pricing. The company sets up 2 or more zone. All customers within a given zone pay a single total price. The more distant the zone, the higher the price is. So the fourth one is basing point pricing. The basing point, also known as delivered pricing. This means the buyer pays a base price plus a set shipping fee depending on the distance from a specific location. And lastly is freight absorption. Pricing using this strategy, the seller absorbs all or part of the actual price charges to get the desired business. Freight absorption pricing is used for market penetration and to hold on increasingly competitive market. Absorption pricing allows the manufacturers to bear some of all of the delivery costs required to ship goods to a customer. The next strategy is dynamic pricing. Is a pricing strategy in which businesses get flexible prices for products or service based on current market demands. So most of history, prices were set by negotiation between buyers and sellers. Fixed price policies setting one price for all buys. But today, most prices are set this way. Some companies are how revisingly the fixed pricing trend. They are now using dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing is adjusting prices continually to meet the characteristic and needs of individual customers and situation. Example is the flexibility of the internet allows web sellers to instantly and constantly adjust prices on a wide range of goods based on demand dynamic or real-time pricing. Other companies customize their offers based on the characteristic and behavior of a specific customer. So dynamic pricing offers many advantages for markets. For example, is a catalog retailers such as LL Bean can change prices on the fly according or to changes in demand or cost, changing prices for specific item on a day-to-day or even hour-by-hour basis. Last strategy is international pricing. So international pricing is one of the most challenging pieces of international marketing. To be competitive in a new market, you must adjust your prices to the local market. And because each market is different, the companies need a different pricing strategy for each new market they enter. The price that a company should charge in a specific country depends on many factors, including economic condition, competitive situation, laws and regulation, and the development of the wholesaling and retailing system. Costs play an important role in setting international prices. For example, is a pair of Levi's selling for $30 in the United States might go for $63 in Tokyo and $88 in Paris. Price escalation may result from difference in selling strategies or market conditions. So, price has become a key element in the international marketing strategies of companies attempting to enter emerging markets such as China, India, and Brazil. And that is the 7 adjustment strategy, 7 price adjustment strategy.
Price changes. A price change in the stock market is a shift in the value of a security or another asset to either a higher or lower level. The term also refers to the difference between a stock's closing price on a trading day and its closing price on the previous trading day. After developing their pricing structures and strategies, companies often face situations in which they must initiate price changes or respond to price changes by competitors. Initiating price changes. In some cases, the company may find it desirable to initiate either a price cut or a price increase. In both cases, it must anticipate possible buyer and competition reaction. Initiating price cuts. Either the company starts with lower costs than its competitors, or it cuts prices in the hope of gaining market share that will further cut costs through the larger volume. Several situations may lead a firm to consider cutting its price. One such circumstance is excess capacity. Another is falling demand in the face of strong price competition or a weakened economy. In such cases, the firm may aggressively cut prices to boost sales and market share. But as the airline, fast food, automobile, and other industries have learned in recent years, cutting prices in an industry loaded with excess capacity may lead to price. Initiating price increases is a source of maximizing the profit or maintaining it if done carefully. When the raising prices, the company must avoid being perceived as a price gouger. For example, when gasoline prices rise rapidly, angry customers often accuse the major oil companies of enriching themselves by gouging customers. Customers have long memories and they will eventually turn away from companies or even whole industries that they perceive as charging excessive prices. Buyer reaction to price changes. Customers do not always interpret price changes in a straightforward way. A price increase, which would normally lower sales, may have some positive meanings for buyers. For example, what would you think if Rolex raised the price of its latest watch model? On the one hand, you might think that the watch is even more exclusive or better made. On the other hand, you might think that Rolex is simply being greedy by charging with a traffic will bear. Similarly, consumers may view a price cut in different way. For example, what would you think if Rolex were to suddenly cut its prices? You might think that you're getting a better deal on exclusive product. Responding to price changes. Here we reverse the question and ask how a firm should respond to a price change by a competitor. The firm needs to consider several issues. Why did the competitor change the price? Is the price change temporary or permanent? What will happen to the company's market share and profits if it does not respond? Are other competitors going to respond? Besides these issues, the company must also consider its own situation and strategy and possible customer reaction to price Figure changes. 11.1 shows the ways a company might assess and respond to a competitor's price cut. Suppose the company learns that a competitor has cut its price and decides that this price cut is likely to harm its sales and profits. It might simply decide to hold its current price and profit margin. The company might believe that it will not lose too much market share or that it will lose too much profit if it reduces its own price. Decides that effective action can should be taken, it might make any of four responses. First, it could reduce the price to match the competitor's price. It may decide that the market is price sensitive and that it will lose too much market share to the lower price competitor.
Our topic today is overview on social and legal issue that will affect pricing decisions. Many federal states and even local states govern the rules of first pricings. Also, companies must consider broader social and pricing concerns. This is in local governs for the rules of to price your products. The major public policy issues of pricings includes potentially damaging pricings practice without giving label of the channel, such as the pricing fixings of the proprietary pricing. This is for the public. This is to issues in pricing for your products, and this is many people did not buy for your product because your price is over. They, they also include pricing price types across channel levels, such as a retail space maintains describes in this literary pricings and pri- deceptive pricings. Many federations and state institutions regulate pricings, practice receivables reseller via go beyond with that required is the law. Training customers feels to an important part of the building strong and sustaining customers relationship. This is this to your company to improve. If you are not overpriced of your product, many people to buy again to back because your product is not matter of your pricing and you you are the part of your business to not overprice of your product. I continue my discuss Roblex policy and marketing. Competition is a core element of the free marketing economy. In setting price, competitors usually are not free to charge whatever price to switch. Many federal, state, and even local law governs as rules to first play in pricing. In addition, companies must consider broader social and pricing concerns. This is to marketing market to over price or even play of your in your pricings in companies to consider broader social pricing concerns. It settings to the first for examples pharmaceutical firms to must balance their development cost of the and profit objectives against us sometimes life to death needs of drug consumers. Serial marketing 1211.2. The most important price is the legislations affecting pricing so Chairman's Act. This is to develop develop your cost and profit, then to balance the most important price to legal affects pricings and Chairman Act. Most important of your price is not overpriced. It's normal to your product. The Clayton Act to Robinson's Patman's Act integrally enveloped is to grab to informations of realize and regulation. To business and way that we might put really resistant trade because they are judicial status we affairs only in trade communicators. Some state have been adopt since earlier permissions to companies that be operate local. There is the real estate, but to get for permissions of your business practice your price. Figure 12. So the major public policy issues in pricing. This is for example, for Rohinians, I was in Cebu. This destroyed my country of Bagyong Odette. Many people to sell gasoline, but she is overpriced, not be normal. Restrictions, PDA or approval, few components of drug news, label generation enough rollers role in industry. Success it which bands to exist to force lower price and which to recover cost of development of the since cabinet full of well-known process thing bands do not go sets. Many people use the drugs, and we have to go to the mental hospital to inject on to back normal. That beyond decisions that describes the maintain marketing factors inside be needed to pound it its level of burst gains considerations when heart research live questions contains preface component importance future drugs. Addition could carry disease of the cancers it will mix the monopoly pricing resulting in first price release. This is planned for drugs. Many people to buy this if how much of your drugs to price. Its students will finally so consider reminded to this practice is going to above to add results to injuries for Bonar with first responsibilities to return to profit from contact. Nadal incorporates to the greatest drugs companies form that behaviors to simulates to ganimate and terms 4 billion years is the credit to consumers as various GCS and Adonus that we talk 15 years old and is doing very well in high permissions advertising and be another 18 billion into sum up to complete all the tests to find the access industry to the most institutions we afford to come playing into the marketing effort to educate higher right components is behind a new heart medicines it be finish of your start strong permissions however but to sometimes that be bold it the cost more than price to affect but it comes to color firms this mad to more exclusive limits to emissions but heart drugs will claim sales or profit not beyond several traits say as big others big drugs help to fertile research of disease just healthy for consumers learning that many people's age of 15 years old can be used the drugs and this is not healthy for this because it is so very young to use it. companies is very profiting even after great multiples squash analysis for analysts like to reporting big profit levels and big switches to human life to emotions and we concludes with a new medicines its bad test in months of meaning concerns comprising what beyond of research. Um, Many people to buy this. It's too overpriced. Many people to work, but money is not okay to buy this. But to test in this month concerns pricing to beyond with research with this. We see what threats. Today medicines like to be learning, but we companies to the people need and tomorrow's more is profit thing was price records upward will the most consumers of it the study terms to beneficial drugs concerns Bihar per convenience they worry at the industry hugs success by coming at their own expenses legally. Americans has been more spent 300 million years of presentations communications nearly half the worldwide finding percent price have been rise frequently over the years and healthcare must continue to jump last year will be many others to industries to cutting prices and many decisions very consumers strong just we make and meet pharmaceutical industry rest always pricings for the presentations drugs is 9% in the United States adding to its 10 billion to revenue credit claim that companies force that we operate will in the pharmaceutical market. Many people is to sell in house many people to go on to buy this. Other consumers with us cannot be posted and be considered do not the most consumers understand it will be have to pay price for also shop to the best there is medicines the artificial drugs is we want to be treated freely and in the process this is to use of drugs they are to most consumers and many people to use not listen for the family or even and beneficial drugs is not important of our body and just want to be treated there is no process and this is bad if our topic today is overview on social and legal issue that will affect pricing decisions. Many federal states and even local states govern the roles of first pricings also companies must consider broader social and pricing concerns. This is in local governs for the roles of to price your products. The major public policy issues of pricings includes potentially damaging pricings practice without given level of the channel, such as the pricing fixings of the proprietary pricing. This is for the public. This is to issues in pricing for your products, and this is many people did not buy for your product because your price is over. They also include pricing price types across channel levels, such as a retail space maintains describes in this literary pricings and deceptive pricings. Many federals and state institutions regulate pricings, practice receivables reseller via go beyond with that required is the law. Training customers feels to an important part of the building strong and sustaining customers relationship. This is this to your company to improve. If you are not overpriced of your product, many people to buy again to back because your product is not matter of your pricing, and you are the part of your business to not overprice of your product. I continue my discuss Roblox policy and marketing. Competition is a core element of the free marketing economy. In setting price, competitors usually are not free to charge whatever price to switch. Many federal, state, and even local law governs as rules the first play in pricing. In addition, companies must consider broader social and pricing concerns. This is to market to over price or even play of your in your pricings. In companies considers broader social pricing concerns. It settings with the first, for examples, analytical firms to must balance their development cost of the and profit objectives against us sometimes life or to death needs of drug consumers. Serial marketing 1211.2. The most important price is the legislations affecting pricing so Chairman's Act. This is to develop your cost and profit, then to balance the most important price to legal affects pricings and the Chairman Act. Most important of your price is not overpriced. It's normal to your product. The Clayton Act to Robinson's Batman's Act integrally approved is to grab to informations of realize and regulation. To business and way that we might put really resistant trade because they are Judicial status between affairs only in state communities. Some states have been adopting earlier permissions to companies that be operate local. There is the real estate, but to get permissions of your business practice your price figure 12. So the major public policy issues in pricing. This is for example, for Orhinins, I was in Cebu. This destroyed my country of Bagyong Odette. Many people to sell gasoline, but she is overpriced, not be normal. This could potentially see damaging pricing practice within given level of the channel. Price is not redeemed through pricings across level of the channel. Threat of price maintains the rate pricings and detective pricings. This ways to overprice. Drug news level generation enough for a large role in industry. Success it with bands to exist to force lower price and ways to recover cost of development of designs cabinet full of well-known passive sting bands do not go sets. Many people use the drugs, and we have to go to the mental hospital to inject on to back normal. That beyond decisions that describes the maintain marketing factors inside be needed to pound it its level of burst gains considerations when heart research live questions contains previous component importance future drugs. Addition could carry disease of the cancers, it will mix the monopoly pricing resulting in first price release. This is planned for drugs. Many people to buy this if how much of your drugs to price. Students will finalists to consider human these practices going to above to add results to injuries for vulnerable first responsibilities to return to profit to from contact. Nadal Nicorate incorporates to the greatest drugs companies more that be behaviors to simulate to ganimate on terms 4 billion years is the credit to consumers as various GCS and Adtunas that we talk 15 years old and is doing very well in high permissions advertising and be another 18 billion into sum up to complete all the tests to find the access industry to the most institutions we afford to come playing into the marketing effort to educate higher right components is behind. A new heart medicines it be finished of your such strong permissions however. But to sometimes that be bold it the cost more than price to affect but it comes to color firms this mad to more exclusive limits to emissions but heart. Drugs will claim cells or fruit not beyond. Several traits see as big drugs help to fertile research of disease, just healthy for consumers learning that many people's age of 10 years old can be used the drugs, and this is not healthy for this because it it is so very young to use it. Companies is very profiting usually even after great multiples squash analysis for is like to reporting big profits levels and big switches to a human life to emissions, and we concludes with a new medicines its bad test in months of many concerns comprising what beyond our research. um, Many people to buy this, it's too overpriced. Many people to work, but money is not okay to buy this. But to test in this month concerns pricing to beyond with research with this busy with it. Today medicines like to be learning, but we companies to the people need and tomorrow's more is profit thing with price records upward will the most consumers of it the study terms to beneficial drugs concerns Bihar. Per convenience, they worry at the industry hugs success by coming at their own expenses legally. Americans just be more spent 300 million years of presentations, communications, nearly half the worldwide funding. Present price have been rise frequently over the years, and healthcare must continue to jump last year. Well, via many others to industries to cutting prices and many decisions very consumers strong just we make and meet pharmaceutical industry rest always pricings for the presentations drugs is 9% in the United States, adding to its 10 billion to revenue credit claim that community force that we operate in the pharmaceutical market. Many people is to sell in house. Many people to go on to buy this. Other consumers with us cannot be posted and be considered do not the most consumers understand it will be have to pay price for also shop to the best there is medicines the artificial drugs is we want to be treated really and in the process this is to use of drugs they are to most consumers and many people to use not listen for the family or even and beneficial drugs is not important of our body and just want to be treated there is no process, and this is bad effect of your mind.